Hello, my name is Amanda McMullen, and this is my presentation. This is my speech about a famous person, and the famous person I chose is the one of the leading figures of the historical romance genre, Julia Quinn. Um, so her early life it consisted of her being born as Julia Coulter. Julia Quinn is her pen name. She was born in 1970. Um, and at the age of 12, this is kind of where her enjoyment of writing starts. Her father disagreed with her reading the Sweet Valley High series, and her father said that she couldn't read it because it didn't help her with reading or her literary skills at all. Julia said that no, this actually does help my literary skills because I want to be an author someday, maybe. Which she eventually went on to prove, wanting to prove herself. She wrote a novel, finishing it 3 years later, but unfortunately, it was rejected. Her education consisted of her going to Hotchkiss School in Harvard for an art history degree. During her senior year, she kind of felt like she kind of realized that she didn't know what to do with her degree. And honestly, I can very much relate to that. That is something that I also very much struggle with to this day. I don't really quite know what I'm going to do. And she kind of felt the same way. So she decided to pivot careers and to become a doctor. So she wanted to go to medical school. Unfortunately, because she took the art history classes, that meant she need to go to school for 2 more years to get all of the science classes necessary to be able to apply to medical school. Which during this time she had of learning science, taking all those science classes, she started to write lighthearted Regency romance novels. So her career, she was accepted into medical school. Her first two novels were sold at auction, which was very rare for a novice romance writer. She got accepted into Yale School of Medicine with the intent of becoming a doctor, but after her novels have sold, like three novels had sold at this time. She realized that she wanted to become a author and wanted to continue pursuing this writing career. Most of her novels are dedicated after to her husband Paul Poitinger. And usually during these dedications, she references other names for the title, more funnier names. She has written over 30 novels and several novellas. In 2003, Julia Quinn had a piece written about her in Times Magazine, which few romance authors have had. And in 2005, Publisher Weekly gave to Sir Philip with Love a rare starred review, and later the book was actually named one of the six best mass marketed original novels of the year. So Julia Quinn won the Romance Writers of America RITA Award in 2007 for On the Way to the Wedding, and in 2008 for The Secret Diaries of Miss Miranda Cheever. She and when she won again in 2010 for What Happened in London, she became, at the time, the youngest member and is now one of only 16 authors to be inducted into the Romance Writers of America Hall of Fame. Her series Bridgerton, which was adapted by Shondaland into a TV series on Netflix, it was in Netflix's number one spot for 28 days, which is essentially around 4 weeks, and ranged around 625 million hours of view time, which is essentially 71,000 hours, 71,000 years. So pretty cool. It is a very big milestone, especially because this was during COVID. So 2020 and 2021 is when Bridgerton came out. And then advocating. So Julia Quinn, um, more recently, has taken a backseat when it comes to writing. She's still contractually obligated to write two more books, but mostly her time is now dedicated to her new position as national ambassador for every library. Every library is a national organization that is dedicated to supporting libraries. This organization helps public school and college libraries ensure funding and ensure access to the libraries. Um, every author signing and meet and greet that Julia Quinn does, all the proceeds go to get donated to every library in the hopes of protecting the libraries